prove to the world that continues are evil.
Hello, hello, everyone. What is up? Monday is here again. Thank you all for joining us. Bullmaster, Lumbo, what is up, man? That guy played Titan in Dark Presence. Burpo, Stupendous Man, The Real Hammer, Billy Lee. Pancreas, he's right there. Kenny, Ex Mortis, Roger, Gabe, hello, hello. Hero and former Game of the Year, Chris Plackey in the stream chat. What is up, man? Todd and Hater Shack, One-Eyed Willie. Oh, you wouldn't believe me. Chris Davis, Lord BBH. What is up, man? Dubs Club, Clover's Room, Rave Runner. Everybody's here. We got Bulldog is right there even. Shouts to Bad News to Cruz. What is up, man? King, he's right here too. Tall Nova saying, I can't wait to see what today's game is. It's coming up. Not too far out. Shouts to Dan Ackeville. He's one of our lifetime members. Undead. Todd, looking forward to when you're able to come out, man. Spark. MDB 100. Mini Beach, Tracy, and A-Train all with resubs. Thank you so much for that. Chris Plackey gifting 2 subs. Thank you so much for that. Galloping Mom is in the stream chat. That's my mom, everybody. Say hello. Hello, Mother. Thank you for being here. Mama Waffles in the stream chat, too. Right after a very nice Mother's Day weekend. Hope everybody had a great weekend.
Oh, God, Jesus, Joe. All right.
Skogel and Sean Elias with the subs. Thank you both so much for that. Jolt, what is up, man? John Phillips and Joseph and the hype man and the main man fan. Everybody's here. Kay Ballard. Hello, hello. You know, walk around the vaults. I see a little bit of space, and it's like, you know, we can fill that space. We're not at max capacity in the vaults anymore. After this last week, though, we're back up there. Marcel asking about its bouncer. You know, there was some bouncer parts that showed up on eBay recently. Pricey. A lot of the great things are pricey now. I long miss the days when we were able to grab 114 games for $5,000. Feels like we're hitting a little bit of a lull, though. I think you see those cycles. Everything was at the most I'd ever seen it, and now it's kind of creeping back down. I think this cycle was the longest cycle ever for arcades being kind of the boom. And I think it's kind of breathing in a little bit now, which is good. A good thing for buying games. Shout outs to the one and only Fat Chris. We'll add that later. Well, hold on. I did say it. Fat Chris?
Oh, God, Jesus, Jones.
That was a good one.
All right, all right.
Roger. That's what everybody would say. Yeah, those high prices are gone. No, there's been high prices before. Everything comes and goes. Do you remember a time when there weren't arcades opening up constantly? I remember that. It happens about every 8 years or so. Prestige, thanks for that sub. Placky, thank you for that. 2 more gifted subs. Good gamer, what is up? Tall Nova, you know, it's weird. The rarity of the game sometimes affects pricing. Sometimes it doesn't. I had somebody message me recently, and they're like, oh, I found this rare board. There is none on KLOV. Thinking $1,000 for it. I'm like, yeah, no. Doesn't go for $1,000. Just passed on one for 125. The well of knowledge being as deep as it is, if you're not watching all of it, even a rare game, some people might not have seen it and think it's going to be worth a ton, but it could be rare for the reason of it's not, you need it to be sought after. Picked up some ahead of the curve that will be soon sought after games. You know, it's funny watching things out in Japan as closely as they do. Often on auction, we'll post a game for Monday Mystery and then it'll pop up on auction, sometimes at a pretty high price. The Hype Man and Bullmaster sending some bits our way. Thank you so much for that. Chin, what is up? Excited for today's Monday Mystery game. You know, me too. I always am. This is... No hints. No hints. Big Boss and Alex Milestar, what is up? Stars Align and Goofy BK, happy Monday to both of you. DJ, what is up? So many people excited for the anniversary already. Free time. Hello, hello. Tracy, we're looking forward to having you out. Marcel, so full out techs. There's just Doug and myself. There's Waffles. Waffles got projects and projects and projects and projects. Shady, he's been capping a monitor here too. Doing a lot of monitor changes. Everybody can do does buttons and leaf switches. David, Fowler, Josh, Gene. Everybody's on point with all that. Brandon, technically not a full-out tech, but certainly does a lot of tech work. Checking in from the London, UK. What is up? Forest of Wires playing some Time Traveler. Very awesome. Are you ready?
Are you ready for the Monday Mystery Game?
Hey everybody, this is Doc Mac from the Galloping Ghost Arcade out in Brookfield, Illinois. Today is Monday, May 12, 2025, and we are here with yet another Monday Mystery Game. This time, game number 1038 will be going on the arcade floor. Last week, number 1037, none other than Mr. Do's Wild Ride, released from Universal back in 1984. This game is tough. Pretty high learning curve for everybody playing it on Monday. Few people that were aware of it. They did pretty good. Very hard game. Very hard game. Very different than many of the other Mr. Do games. But we had Fat Chris in town. It was a lot of people here. So we wanted to put out something that everybody's going to go crazy over. So hope everybody enjoyed Mr. Do's Wild Ride. We've got Combo Breaker coming up. Very excited to be in front of the fighting game community, the FGC, and showing off Dark Presence. We will be there in force. I know our latest build. Pretty excited for it. A lot of adjustments and tweaks, even since the C2E2 build that we had. It's going to be good. We've got going to have some of everything in there. And we had some stages out of it at C2E2. Those should be back in. Our programmer's going to be on board. Mr. Mind will be there. Creator of the UFE engine. So excited for that. Gonna be good. Gonna be good. We've got Nick and Everybody has been down working diligently in getting the animations looking even better than ever. Jeremiah and some polish. We're going to have a couple heavy weeks of testing going on, gearing up for the big Combo Breaker show. So looking forward to it. Do not miss it. May 23rd through the 25th at the Renaissance Schaumburg Convention Center. It is going to be awesome. Going to be big there. They had so many of these shows going on. We've got G-Fest coming up. We'll have a special guest there. Very excited for that. We're going to be showing off. We're still in our licensing debacle. I shouldn't say debacle. It's licensing. It's a challenge. We're new to it, so hammering things out. We'll be there showing off several of the Galloping Ghost Kaiju Kobo kits. And we'll have a special guest there. So looking forward to that over, that's July 11th through the 13th at the Renaissance Hyatt Regency. The Hyatt Regency, not the Renaissance, the Hyatt Regency O'Hare. So looking forward to that. We're going to be there in force. Looking like I'm going to be doing a panel on collecting, I believe on Saturday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., I believe, is when it's slated for. We'll see if they can limit me to talking for an hour, but we'll see. We'll see. Last Thursday, GGA Jeremiah, the talent. He was in a mood. He was out for revenge playing Double Dragon 2 The Revenge. Great. A lot of fun on that stream. The talent. Making progress. Pretty good. We'll be back this Thursday. I don't know what we're going to stream. We'll see. So many great games. I know everybody wants... it's hard to push him off of Double Dragon when he's getting so much better at it. So we'll see, though. It'll be interesting. Join us Thursday at around 3 p.m.-ish, somewhere in there, for this week's stream with the talent GGA Jeremiah. We have so many people in the industry reaching out to us. Jeff Lee, creator of Qbert, and literally artist behind every single Gottlieb game out there. He was here earlier today. We had one of the artists, Chris, was out here this week. He was in with Ken Coy, one of the art guys on Tattoo Assassins. I had just heard that Tattoo Assassins was shown at Evo Japan, the unreleased Data East fighting game that was supposed to be the game that take down Mortal Kombat. Looking to get an Exa Arcadia release. Very excited about that. I had talked with one of their programmers, Kevin, very recently. They had been working on the project, trying to get the most updated version of the game running, and they had some audio issues. No one had the newest audio ROMs, except us. So we were able to get those to Kevin. Hopefully that makes everything go much easier. And looking forward to seeing where Tattoo Assassins. We've seen so many things, Primal Rage 2, and just so many other obscure games. Kind of get that second attempt. The X Arcadia hardware, they've been doing amazing, bringing back so many games that like Fallen Angels, and it's awesome to watch those games come back into arcades. Tattoo Assassins, its first full real arcade release on the X Arcadia hardware. So congratulations to them on that coming up and the announcement, and very excited for it. It's awesome to hear so many behind-the-scenes stories of so many of these games. We had, when we put the Sega R360 out for our 10-year, is that our 10-year anniversary? Is it insane that that was like 5 years ago? Wow. So one of the big things right before the Sega R360 was released was there was an interview with some of the creators of Sega's R360, and Fumio Kurokawa put out some great interviews, and just recently he had published this book right here. And it basically covers Sega from 1985 to 1990, and it is in Japanese. But get this book. Use your Google Translate to translate it. And because there are so many stories in here, they talk about Super Hang-On and the R360 and Power Drift and Space Harrier, and it's all in here. And we got some links. I want to know who gets this. This is the stuff you want to track down. And I know it's rough having a book translated, but this is definitely worth it. There's a lot of good information in there. And Fumio did a phenomenal job. If you read that R360 article, you'll know the caliber of content that you're getting out of this book. So excited for that. Tomorrow, very early in the morning, CBS News will be here at around 6:15 in the morning is when they're showing up. I think we're going live at 6:45. So if you want, the door will be open. You want to be on TV with us, Lord BBH, there's a 6:15 a.m. Come join us here. We're going to be having, just come on in. The doors will be unlocked. Join us. I'd say 6:30 show up if you want to be on the news, CBS News. It's going to be going, I believe, all morning. I think they're here until around 10 a.m. So come on out. Lumbo, you should come out. It'll be the most fun you've ever had, I'm sure. So we'll see everybody tomorrow. If you're not coming out for it, throw on the news. We'll be there talking about some stuff. It'll be a fun time. We have, who knows, I know some of the players that are here. Yeah, Lumbo could come out and he could set a new world record, the house high score on something live on the CBS News. We'll see. Speaking of scores, why don't we summon forth the greatest Mortal Kombat 9 smoke player of all time, is GGA Tommy Waffles. Oh, we were watching some MK9 highlights today. We were watching the talent GGA Jeremiah just wreck Cat.
Shiva versus Cabal. That's a fun one.
That was so good. I remember it running down Ogden after he won that one. That was amazing. Tom, how are the scores?
Pretty good. We have a few to show off this week. A couple new names, familiar names. We'll start off with, who are we going to start off with? We'll start off with one of the newbies. We got Matthew Naja, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, coming at you guys with a few scores. We got a new house high in Street Fighter EX2 and taking a world record in World's Heroes. Both of those are 1CCs. Very, very good stuff to Matthew. I believe he owns World Heroes, so he was practicing it up at home. Currently the hardcore champion, I believe, as it stands. So that's been floating around again. And he's been coming in. So, make sure you're here every single day, all day, so you have a chance to challenge Matthew Naja. You never know. Next up, we've got, who do we got? We got Chris Blucher. You might know him as Fat Chris. He was out here last week. You guys saw him accepting his brand new challenge card. Coming at you guys with a couple scores. We got a score in Daytona, USA. That is just a house high, but a very good score nonetheless. And we got a new world record in Revolution X. Fat Chris is very much well known for his gun games. Was able to tackle that one. Put in some decent work for him before he came in, so that was cool. We got to see him take that. Good stuff to Fat Chris. See you in a few months. Next up, who do we got here? We got Andrew Iwasco. Coming at you guys with a few scores here. We got Buck Rogers. That is a new house high. And I think that's all Andrew had. Yes. Quiet week for Andrew. I think he's working on some other things. I saw him playing a little Moon Patrol. Saw him playing, I don't know what else. Oh, Mr. Dew's Wild Ride. Speaking of, is it Dew's Wild Ride? Mr. Dew's Wild Ride. Speaking of Mr. Dew's Wild Ride, we have a return. We got Matt Walters, lifetime member here, former Game of the Year. Again, Beluba Luke no Densetsu. He is addicted, one might say. And a new house high in Mr. Dew's Wild Ride. Both of those yesterday. It was cool to be able to see Matt. He kind of were like ships passing each other in the night, not able to ever link up, but it was cool. I got to see him. I opened yesterday, so good stuff to Matt. And I believe there is one more. How could I forget? Chris Plackey, your newest lifetime member here at the arcade, former Game of the Year. Coming at you guys with a score in Marvel Land. That is a new world record. I believe he's gunning for UMK3. I wouldn't be too surprised if you saw him up on the list here next week. But I think that's going to do it, actually. That's it?
All right.
That was all. Okay. Well, I was going off the dome there. No notes, so.
I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, well.
Tom, how was the weekend?
Weekend was pretty chill. Kind of slow here at the arcade. It's par for the course, though. It's all good. You know, people out traveling, seeing their, going back home to their families, seeing their moms, celebrating Mother's Day. We got to celebrate with a few moms here yesterday. Shout out to those that were able to come through and spend the day with us at the arcade. And, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Saturday night, yeah, it was... Shout out to the guys working the front,
Wasn't that you?
David, yeah, well, that was me Saturday, but no, I was, David, Gene, Ray. Really appreciate you guys, and I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. I think that's it.
All right. I'm excited for this one. Are they going to know it?
Oh, I remember what it is now. Maybe.
You can remember all those scores, but...
Yeah, not this one. I got some guesses.
There's been a lot of games swirling about lately. It's been interesting.
Enforce, Street Smart, great guesses. Excellent guesses.
Stephen Lucas guessing Blucher for
Is
some
that a
reason.
game?
I don't know what that guy's talking about.
Fat Chris. Oh, did I?
Stephen Lucas, that's a person, not a game. He comes here all the time, Stephen. He plays games, but he is not a game and not under this tarp.
Fat Chris. Oh, man.
All right. Your Monday. Do you have to? Why don't you check it? You know, it's one of those things we like to do. I think you can break that seal over there because I'll kind of hold this so that nobody's peeking. Man. Yeah. The list of people, there's like nobody's like giving something easy under there. Thayer's Quest. Goal to go. Come on. Like they want unicorns unveiled every week. Who tarped this? I see tape on the tarp. All right. I've never put the tarp on and needed tape, but all right. Do we need a tape on the tarp emote? Your Monday mystery game. Is this coming off? All right, your Monday mystery game number up and over. Number 1038 is none other than Shooting Master. Released from Sega back in 1985. Oh, this cabinet is absolutely beautiful. Fat Chris, we had wanted this one while you were in town, but it will be here. This cabinet, so I had seen the board in Japan for this, and I was like, no, I don't want just the board on this. Then I saw a cabinet and it's like, wow, this is an amazing cabinet. I'm going to go up. I'm going to give a walkthrough of how amazing this cabinet is. The one that popped up first didn't have a bezel. It was a very good price, but didn't have a bezel and it didn't work. Then this beaut popped up. Let me go over what's going on here. Easy. Original dedicated marquee. Love it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Side art. To me, this screams classic Sega 1985. The red, white, and blue on it. Then here, this is amazing. This metal is just amazing. So cool. Who gets this on their cabinet? Mirror inside. You're playing off of a mirror. You've got this bezel. Very nice. Rubberized edging on this bezel. Separated gun pedestal with front. Like this front piece, very cool. Control panel is illuminated, so there's all this plastic is lit up. There's a light underneath here too, which is cool. Start button lights up. But this gun, let me show you this gun. This is all metal. I believe Brandon said that these are real Colt handles, which is crazy. The recoil on this gun is awesome. So good. The other ridiculous thing about this gun is this slide. It pivots. So the gun actually pivots if you want to steady it instead of rotating it. You can pivot the gun. Insane design. This is the kind of stuff that Sega was known for on their hardware. I am super concerned about this game once it goes on the floor. So this might sneak off into the R360 room. It'll be on and running every day for when you want to play it, but I worry about the regulars on it. The other crazy thing, look at this. This came out in 1985. So much R&D on this game. They wanted to make some money back. 50 cents in 1985 for a gun game. This definitely a Japanese designed cabinet. Very excited for it. Anybody in the stream chat play it? Drummer Boy saying, I don't recall any games in the mid-'80s costing 50 cents. This one, Lumbo, you've played it? Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right. Who's stepping up first? King is stepping up. King, what is up, man?
Oh, not much. Shooting Master by Sega. Never seen it. Ever. Never seen it.
Ever hear of it?
No. This is new. This is actually very new. I know there are shooting games out there, but haven't seen this one. Haven't seen it.
If this game, a game from 20 years ago is pretty rare. This ain't 20 years ago. This is 40 years ago this came out. Hit that credit button. So this, protect the princess. 3 lives, protect the princess, shoot everyone around her. It's kind of like that hard part in Resident Evil where you have to protect. If you take 10 bricks of damage, you're done. They hit her with fish bowls and lamps. They just throw all this stuff at her from out of the windows. You can hear that recoil. It's heavy. Bubble Blast are kind of like Crossbow. Cheyenne had some of this when you're protecting the carriage driver. Lumbo saying Bressler's ice cream had this?
Is it over? Oh. No.
The princess. Screaming, help me.
I have 8.
Flute shot. Shoot, fly, run, spin.
Is that it now? What was my score?
I love that the front of the cabinet illuminates the center wood that says Shooting Master. It's like a secondary marquee.
I don't know. I'm taking a picture of that. I can't. Let's go. Okay.
What'd you think?
That princess was. It was really hard for me to be like, can I not hit her? I don't know what I'm doing. But it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, just basically protecting that princess, making sure she doesn't get hit or anything like that. It's very fun. I might play it one more time before I go. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Awesome, man. Who's stepping up next? Jimbo Slice stepping up. Jimbo, have you played this?
Saw it, played it on trails. I wasn't good at it when I was a kid, and oh boy, I know he had to. This. Actually, I got okay gloves. I was got hurt.
All right, let's see how he does.
I just hope I. Oh Lord.
Who's talking about those Dark Presence ROMs on MAME? I'm looking for the person that put those Dark Presence ROMs on MAME. Every once in a while, an arcade flyer. If I'm on the fence about getting a game, I'll read the flyer. The flyer reads, you are asked to undertake a top secret mission. Princess Iris of the Kingdom of the European country has been kidnapped by the criminal syndicate. Are you not shooting?
I don't know if I'm shooting. Either I'm shooting off screen. I don't know what's going on.
What do you mean?
I don't know what happened.
Just shoot her? Because that'll
Nothing.
What's that?
I was shooting nothing.
All right, well, let me check. Maybe it.
I think I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm old.
Maybe you're old. I don't know. His words, not mine. I don't know.
All right,
I didn't watch.
I'm
I can't
sorry.
see. I can't see.
All right,
How'd you do?
not very good.
All right, well,
Are you sure? All right. All right.
Jimbo breaking protocol.
I don't mean to. I don't mean to.
I don't know about that. All right, I'm going back to reading this flyer.
I don't want to break protocol. Just my glasses. I don't see my cursor.
Why is there no cursor? It's an optical gun.
I don't see my reticle.
They're not going to give you a reticle in 1985.
Where's reticle? Wait a minute.
Uh-oh. Lord BBH. Stephen Lucas.
You know, I'll give this one a chance. I'm sorry. The direction was hard to find. I know this could be nightmares when I was a kid. I'm sorry I broke protocol. I had a hard time finding reticle. I don't mean to be a disappointment.
You're never a disappointment, Jimbo.
Oh, I don't want to ruin my day. Just.
All right. Pancreas coming up.
I'm glad that Pancreas today. Yeah, I'm sorry, Pancreas. That's the reason why I steered away from this game at Haunted Trails.
Not your style. Not your style. That's all right. All right, let's see what Pancreas does. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Once you get to the boss, I think you've got to shoot him 5 or 10 times in a row. It's a very nuanced game. You got to get control of the gun. If you're shooting when the recoil's popping off, it's a strong recoil. Chino saying Jimbo was not the shooter in the grassy knoll. miserable garbage. The sounds on this game are so good. Something so amazing about getting an original dedicated cabinet. And you know, we're having a little bit of a color issue on this one this morning. And Master Tech Doug Fox was down at Productions, and he's like, let's pull this monitor out and go over it. And it has been bulletproof ever since he did. So huge thanks to Doug. That bomb dropping. Oh no, that's big damage. Pancreas, one of the best protect the swing players in the world. I think you're ranked number 3 in the world on pivot and protect the swing. That was awesome. Tearing it up.
I'm just glad.
How you so good at games?
Oh, I don't know. You know, growing up with them and all, living the dream. Spent about 20 years working in the gaming industry as well. So it's been a long time.
What's the highlight game for you?
For me, Indiana Jones. That's my game. Obviously, I'm on that while I'm here.
Yeah. Can't wait. Can't wait. You have a new world record coming up?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, house high anyway. For sure.
All right. Waffles.
I'm gonna need one of my own.
We can do that.
I'm gonna knock this one out today.
Very awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. All right. Who's to Mini Beach stepping up from behind the camera to behind the gun.
There's a shooting game. He does all the camera stuff. He's got to play it.
Got to hit that credit button first.
Wait, that's how she sounds?
You know, if I had to bet, I would put my money on Mini Beach being really good. You see those shots he gets? He knows all the angles. I've seen Mini Beach shooting an entire Monday Mystery Game from the hip. He doesn't need a scope. Is Jimbo still here? Did he run off? He's gone. Jimbo Slice. Why?
I feel like this Benny Hill music should be playing.
Lumbo, this isn't going to be on the floor at Haunted Trails right now. He said it was at Haunted Trails back in 1985.
Hey, I got Violent Man round 3.
Lumbo saying they had it at Brestlers and Farrell's. Lumbo with more obscure references than I even know. Lumbo, I don't know what you're even talking about. They didn't have this at a Pizza Hut. Prestige throwing up the you can't win them all. What a Stephen Lucas putting up the cornfields. How many people have seen the Anthony Fremont episode of The Twilight Zone? I'd say 126, 800 maybe? I don't know. Pretty good, Mini Beach.
That was fun. Although,
Mini Beach, if anybody ever needs a photographer, where can they hit you up at?
Facebook, Instagram, under King's stuff, you can find me there, and phone number somewhere around there.
All right. You see how good of a shot he is. Imagine him shooting your wedding. With a camera.
No way.
No wedding. Oh, he doesn't do weddings.
Photography, but photo booth, but.
Photo booth he'll do. What? Already, you're checking out the mechanics. You're one of the deeper players. You get a little glimpse into what am I doing before I put that. In this case, it would be 50 cents.
It's a lot of money for the time.
40 years ago.
Don't remind me.
Did you play this at any arcades 40 years ago?
I never even saw this in any arcade 40 years ago. This one, it's amazing. It's in great shape. I think you're right to maybe keep it a little hidden.
So we're doing some rearranging. Half-Life, Left 4 Dead, Shooting Master, Thunderblade, Galaxy Force 2, Enduro Racer, and Sega's R360. Going to the R360 room because this is too nice a machine to watch it get murdered here. It's about protecting, the whole game is about protecting the princess. This princess has to be protected. How crazy is this cabinet design?
Well, if they wanted 50 cents, they had to do something fancy with it.
This molded plastic all over the place on this cabinet. Metal, raised plastic bezel. Come on. Lights everywhere.
I'm going for it.
The cabinet is fairly light overall. I believe it's maybe 250 pounds. Picked this up out in Ohio and had it shipped in. We had a bunch of games in transit, so it was on the way. Des, she does say thank you when you put a credit in. And help me. I was flipping through Fumio Kurakawa's book, Katakawa, his new Sega book. They reference a lot of games. This one, very innovative. Hater Shack, Laser Ghost, very good game. Jimbo looking for a reticle on this game, and there's no. It's just nobody had laser scopes in 1985. And you're using a pistol. This gun optical, and then there's small sound, like basically like monitor adjustment pots to do the fine-tune adjusting. So the more enemies that you shoot, before they get a shot off, oh, there's the boss. Got him.
Less shots, more
Getting to round 5. Pretty good. Seeing if they sink or float. They all float down here, Georgie. No, I think they sink. Round 6. Oh, he gunned down every time you get to shoot somebody before they get a shot off, your damage meter goes down. He did it! Rehab Submarine, round 7. Getting them through the windows. What a run! 304,900 points. What an out-of-the-box score. Absolutely amazing. That's no joke. That's a great score.
Thanks. It's a really fun game. It's the controls are interesting. I'm not sure the point of the slide left to right. I didn't really use it, but those bonus points will be hard to get. If you have to get less than 25 shots per round, I don't know how you do that.
It's speed. There's a lot going on. We'll see though. That's an amazing distance run. Congratulations.
Well, thanks, man. I'll be back on it later.
All right. Who's stepping up next? King stepping back up.
All right.
Extrusive saying the swarming is nuts. It is we saw former game of the year, gamer of the decade, in the early levels get swarmed. This game, 40 years old, getting put out in its anniversary year. 40 years this game has been around. (1985) Shooting Master, released from Sega. Hater Shack. I love Line of Fire. What a great game.
Oh, I think I hit the lady. I think I actually hit the lady that time, man.
It's tough. It is tough. Pancreas stepping back up. Going for it again. A-Train, what is up?
Time around.
Sometimes that first game has got that charm to it. Yeah.
On it, though. I'll get back on it while I'm here.
Awesome, man. Awesome, man. Thank you so much for being here. Out here all week. Shooting Master, released from Sega back in 1985. Original dedicated cabinet in absolutely beautiful condition. All right, we're going to send everybody over to Marty.zone. Don't know who he is. But tell him we say hello. Tell him what you've seen here. Find out if he's been to the Galloping Ghost Arcade. Hope everybody enjoyed Shooting Master. We'll be back this Thursday with GGA Jeremiah the Talent. Let me know next week if what this guy says, if he's been out here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you for all the follows, subs, bits, and everything. We really appreciate that. That helps us keep growing. Milestar, Hater Shack, Sensible Streamer, Zuftrius. That's not how you say that. Risible Garbage, Patrick. Thank you all so much. We'll see you all on Thursday. Stephen Lucas. Don't forget, if you're around, join us tomorrow morning, 6:15 on CBS, or come to the arcade. Until then, thanks everybody. This is Doc Mac from the Galloping Ghost Arcade. We'll see you on the arcade soon. Thanks a lot, everybody.